Right, and we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports. And we are watching the Bulls taking on the Stormers as Moyes strolls out for what will be his 150th match for the Bulls. I mean, it's pretty incredible, isn't it? What a servant to the game he has been, not just for Bulls, not just domestically, but internationally. Will go down as a living legend, Will Moyes. And now here come the home side of the Bulls from a pretty full Loftus. Apparently, has been raining a lot there, so expect pretty tricky conditions. But yeah, should be an absolute crack of a game. Played in front of a big crowd, and that's not what we want to see. Go away. And it looks good from an atmosphere point of view. It looks like a lot of fans are in, which is the main thing, and that's what we want to see, isn't it? We want to see more crowds like that. And look, if there's going to be one match which was going to be pretty full, you'd imagine it was going to be this one. So yeah, good to see that they have managed to sell a lot of tickets, and hopefully the game will live up to that expectation as well. Just trying to sort out a few things on my side and make sure we're all ready to go. Right, and we are underway. Bulls playing right to left. Chris Smith goes down the middle there, and the ball bubbles a little bit and falls to Jacques Duplessis. And they retain, well, they've got the ball straight off the kickoff there. It's a good start for the Bulls. So a bright start here. Doesn't look too bad, though. I mean, it looks a bit muddy, but good hands early on. Harold forced the ball over the top towards Spoon Corsi. First touch from Spoon Corsi, and he gets away from a defender. So good to see Spoon Corsi back on the park, and that's a nice start for him as well. Yeah, I think for me, that's like the news of the week, is the fact that Spoon Corsi is back and playing rugby. Took a bit of a break, win, but AWOL actually, with some serious mental health struggles, but good to see him back. Good to see that he's managed to get himself into the right headspace. And let's hope that he really takes this opportunity and gets himself back to playing the rugby that we all know he can. But a really positive start here. Chris Smith going to help force a good hands as well to David Creel. Natler gone pretty high. Eventually managed to bring Creel down. But a really good start from the home side here. Putting a lot of pressure on the Stormers. Rowan Nokia, the Bulls captain. Early carry for him. And a knock on there from the Bulls. So it will be turnover ball. We have an early set piece here. Right. Right, to make sure we're all sorted here, I think we pretty much are. So let's settle in, shall we? Got the poll going. 70 people have voted. Who are you backing to win the game? That's what I want you to know. First set piece coming up here. Scary Antabeni next to Brock Harris and Nedley Bashir back from a long-term injury. So good to see him back this evening. Morne Smith, Gerard Steenkamp, and Johan Krobela, the front row for the Bulls. Very sharp from the Bulls. We have another reset here. Right, 3 minutes in, a couple of reset scrums here, and yes, 80 people have now voted. Please go cast your vote. Let me know who you think is going to win the clash. Give me some score predictions maybe in the comments as well. Who you guys backing? You supporting as well? How do we see this one going down? A lot of blocks missing from the Stormers, not too many missing from the Bulls, just the likes of Kane, Moody, and Curtly Aronson. That block training camp actually getting underway on Monday for 2 weeks. They officially start their World Cup preparations. And a free kick there for the Bulls, and for the Stormers rather. Just want to share all the links here, and then we can get really cooking. Up and under. It's a good take there. I think it's Harold forced a penalty for taking him out in the air, I think was the call here. 84 votes. I'm going to close the poll if we can get to 100 votes. So if you haven't voted, go and vote now. Good line from the Bulls. Really good start this from Jake White's side. Now Spoon Corsi with a bit of space. Spoon Corsi getting the offload away to one to Similani. Inside ball to David Creel. He's bundled into touch. Bit of a hit on the head there from Simon Hartzenberg from the looks of it. Right, 87 votes, 30 more votes, and I can close the poll. DHB saying, haven't seen a Pat Loftus in ages. When was the last time this Pat? 100%. Clayton's going for, so he's probably both. I want Stormers to win for the sake of my Sharks, says Vic. At least it's not raining anymore. Bulls Pack will edge at 20 points to 17, reckons Albert. Right, an early kick goal here for Chris Smith. Try and get the points rolling. As I said, it's a very packed Loftus, and that's good to see. 92 votes, another 8 people, and we can close it. And it's pretty close from a poll, so yeah, I'm interested to see which way it goes. So you can get those votes in. Let's see what everybody's reckoning. Also, please do smash like on the video. Let's try and get as many people onto the stream as possible. Let's make it a biggie. No, Ethan, they didn't arrive, so it didn't actually happen. Chris Smith now. Let's go straight down the middle. So early points here for the Bulls. They'll take an early lead against the Stormers in the north versus south. The derby. Biggest game in South African rugby. Yeah, the Loftus faithful is out in full force. Pretoria's going to be absolutely pumping tonight. Right, Money Nebok, who was a bit of an injury doubt, actually. People weren't sure if he was going to make it this weekend. Albert Lowe under the high ball. Good take for him. The outside 22 here, so Zach Berger can't go into touch. He lifts us high in the air. Doesn't get much distance on it, and Cornel Hendricks is trying to work his way in there. Ruan Nokia managed to get it, and Wendy Similani has kicked it ahead, but it is a knock-on, I think, from Ruan Nokia, so it will be a Stormers scrum. Right, so yeah, I think expect to see quite a few scrums today. I think that Yeah, it's apparently very wet underfoot there, so expect a couple of handling errors. We saw 16 from the Lions, I think almost 20 in total in that game. And now it's just down the road, really, so I don't expect the conditions to look too much better. It doesn't look too bad. Pretty good scrum there from the Stormers as well. Ball's up there, so Herschel Yankees goes pretty flat to Dan Duplessis. Brought down by Chris Smith with help from Albert Lowe. Herschel Yankees caught on the ball there. Big counter-rack coming in from the Bulls as well. And that's going to be turnover ball. It has to be turnover ball. It is turnover ball. Albert Lowe pops up to Jan Kobelo. Jan Kobelo goes to Health Force. Health Force seeing a bit of space. Bring in Cornel Hendricks. To want to see the Similani. He puts it onto the boot. Sanatle is tracking back. Corsi is chasing hard. Sanatle right up against the touchline. Has he managed to keep that in? That's a very good kick from Sanatle. Chris Smith now goes inside to Health Force, who had a lot to say so far in this game. He wants to go himself this time. Bulls dominating all possession. Now Marco Verstappen looking to put his side on the front foot. Zach Berger digging, eventually finding the ball, going up to Albert Lowe, pops it up to Carl Brink. Jan Krobela. Couple of Stormers players up nice and quickly there. Counter coming in from the Stormers. So slow ball here for the Bulls. Jacques Duplessis arrives, so pick up and go. They can get Zach Berger out of that rack though. He's going to roll it back. Right, lifts it high in the air. Ruben Nokia is there as a Spoon Corsi. Ruben Nokia taps it back. And it eventually falls to... Oh, no, in fact, Simon Hartzenberger snatched it off the ground. Taking a long time. And a penalty for the Bulls for holding on. I'm not sure who. I think it might be Ruben Nokia that's over it. So a penalty for the Bulls. Could be kickable as well. Simon Hartzenberg, yeah, just very isolated, managing to grab the ball on the ground, but not too many players around him. So, and a decision time here for Ruben Nokia. I think he's discussing with Chris Smith. They are going to have a shot at goal. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Da, 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 da. Right, Chris Smith starting to all right. It's coming back as well. Another good kick from him. 2 from 2 from Chris Smith. Wish Johnny Lombard could do that. Perfect start here from the Bulls. They go 6 points ahead after 11 and a half minutes. And the Loftus faithful, which there are many packed into the stadium, are very, very chuffed. Perfect start here for Jake White's men. Right, 124 votes. I'm going to close the poll there. And 50% saying the Bulls are going to win. 50% saying the Stormers are going to win. 47% backing the Bulls. 2% backing a draw. Hopefully you don't get any draws out here. Nobody wants a draw. Money box gone down the middle and lifted high. So it'll be very competitive. And it bounces back to Jan Krobelot. So the Bulls do retain possession. I actually can't update the score. That's an issue for my data feed. So which I know there are coming issues with it. So we'll try and sort that out. But unfortunately, I actually don't have any control over that. As I said, that's all brought in from my data feed. So that'll be rectified soon, hopefully. Try and actually put it in a manual score very quickly. Okay, so until our scoreboard starts operating, then that's how the score currently looks at the moment. And penalty right in front of the poles here for the Stormers, so my Box should be able to close the gap in half. But so far, good start from the Bulls. 13 minutes into the game. And yeah, for all the talk about wet condition stuff like that, it's been a pretty slick start here for the Bulls. The handlings look pretty good. They've moved it from one side of the field to the other. The ball retention has been pretty good. And let's see if Mighty Buck will be able to halve the lead. It's pretty much, it's right in front. It doesn't get much more center. It's a good strike from Mighty Buck. It'll sail over. And we move to 6 points to 3 after 14 minutes. So very little in it so far. Pretty big start. Good start from both sides. It's been quite a high octane game in the early stages. Certainly looks a lot quicker and sharper than the Lions Sharks game, and hopefully that'll continue because we want to see a spectacle out here. And Chris Smith's gone high down the middle of the park. So both teams opting for that tactic. Looks like a really good take out the air from Clayton Blomickies there. A big counter right coming in from the Bulls, so really slow ball. Yankees got to get this ball out. Yankees goes to Mighty Buck. Mighty Buck lifts it high in the air down the right hand side. Simon Hartenberg is chasing. And when you go back, late call a penalty for the Bulls. Well, that's so frustrating as a coach. You know, you've just what a penalty. You know, things are going well. You're chuffed with life, and then you can see the penalty. It gets Marcel Tennyson. I'm not sure what it's for. Hopefully, you're trying to get a replay. Yeah, it's obstruction actually against Cornel Hendricks. And Bulls are called for a shot. And yeah, so this is what I mean. It's an absolute coach killer. You've just scored some points, and what do they decide to do immediately? We'll take we'll go for Pulse. Thanks. We'll take our own points and establish that 6-point lead once again. It looks like another good-looking kick. Yep, down the middle there from Chris Smith. He's a very reliable goal kicker. He started well today. And plenty of flags, which obviously have all been handed out at the entrance, are waving in and around Loftus. 9 points to 3. Right, 60 minutes in, and we've already got 12 points, so a nice, good start. Hopefully we can see as many points as minutes so far in this game and get nice and busy. David Creel underneath that ball there. Storm was asking for obstruction, but Marcel Vestager is saying that they pushed the player into David Creel, therefore no obstruction. Zapper going short to Kara Stennekamp. Dion Fourie up nice and quickly. Captain for today, Dion Fourie. No Stephen Kitsoff. Now Berger lifting high in the air. Cornel Hendricks is around it, and it comes off Cornel Hendricks, falls back to Jacques Duplessis, pops it to Zach Berger. Zach Berger to Marco Verstappen, long pass out to Harold Forster, good pass there to Albert Lowe, to David Creel. David Creel's got Super Corsi on his inside, goes himself to David Creel. Really good play this from the Sharks, and that is so stupid from Harold Forster. That is so stupid. He's just conceded a penalty from taking Dion Fourie beyond the ruck. He's started so well, yes, Harold Forster. The Bulls have just gone from the inside of 22 to just inside the Stormers' half, and then he decides, you know what, I actually don't want to play. Let's just concede a penalty for just being dumb. Come on, man. Mighty Buck brings out that left boot and finds touch on the 22. Really good handling here from the Bulls. Good tackle here from Mighty Buck. And then Harold Forster comes in and cleans out Dion Fourie. And there, just let him go. Let him go. He's beyond the ruck. Now let him go. Yeah, I was asking for better discipline here, Martin, from the best days, and a couple of silly penalties, pointless penalties, and it just kind of ruins the spectacle. Just don't be dumb. I'm not asking a lot from you. Right, just outside 22, Scarry to Benny. A bit of a discussion here. You need to move away from these. We saw the Sharks actually concede a free kick for taking too long to get to the line, which I like to see. I'm hoping we'll see more of that moving forward. You know, we can't be having 5-6 minutes to try and set a line out every single time. Now into Benny to Hirschiyanki's and the ball's gone straight forward. Good to offload that from Chris Smith. That was filthy. Now I want to see the Similani cutting inside Onidibok. Cutting inside Dion Free. Cuts inside. That's heavily just flying. That is Similani at his best. That's 3 defenders he's taken out there. Hirschiyanki's stayed down. Not too many players back there. So Clayton Blomkis is tearing after this ball, but he's not going to get there in case. That's a great kick coming in from the Bulls. This is such good game management. Chris Smith, by the way, started like a house on fire. We just saw it through the legs, offload. That's a great kick downfield. That's similar. Bang inside 1. Bang inside 2. Bang inside 3. Really Engelbrecht losing his footing, crashing into Dion Faree as well, just for good measure. Similarly, playing in that 13 jersey, which he prefers. And yeah, I think it is the best position, if we're being brutally honest. It's definitely the position we'll get the most out of him. You want him on the ball as much as possible. He creates opportunities. He creates stuff out of nothing. Let's go into Benny. Going to Porter. Now Billy Engelbrecht. Hit hard by Carl Brink. Hirschiyanki's not too much on. He's going to bring out the box kick. Nokia was actually allowed to play. He went early and then put his hands up, but the ref said the ball was out. Of course, under the high ball there. Good take from him. Good to see him nice and involved so far early on. Almost the 20-minute mark now. Harold Forster. Solid carry for him. Good hands there from Mornay Smith. Jan Kobler back on the angle. Zach Berger just looking for somebody on the shoulder. David Creel's legs are taken up. He picks it up again and goes. Now pick up and go coming from Jacques Duplessis. Ruan Nokia helping out the scrum off. Mornay Smith not so many options, so it just sort of drops the head and goes himself. Zach Berger going on the short side to Harold Forster. Now dab over the top from Zach Berger on his left boot. And Corner Hendricks come away with it. Has he got the pace? That's a desperate tackle. Oh, and it's going to knock forward. That is brilliant from Dion Faree. Turnover ball. Marcel Tennyson comes away with it. They're on the 5 meter here, are the Stormers. We'll go back for the knock on. What a tackle this is from Dion Faree. And I believe our scoreboard is back, actually. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Back, come back. We can get rid of this, I believe. No, we don't want to get rid of those. We want to do this. Yeah, it is back. Good to see. Good to see. Right, yeah, the score is back, so we're all good there. All good in the hood. Yeah, it's a desperate tackle from Dion Faree, and then Hirschiyanki's might leave by forcing that knock on. But if Dion Faree doesn't manage to grab onto Cornel Hendricks, he's going all the way and scoring that try. So that's try-saving tackle from Dion Faree, the captain today for the Stormers. Once again, taking a long time to get the set piece going. Ripped shorts there from Brock Harris. An interesting look on him. It's like torn jeans, ripped jeans. Yeah, 54 tackles already made from the Stormers. I think just about the 8 made by the Bulls. Shows you almost all the possession has been with the home side so far. And a penalty for the Stormers at scrum time. 3 losing advantage is the quick. Big let off there for the Stormers. They managed to win that penalty. Mornay Smith doesn't agree. When have you ever seen a prop agree with a decision that the referee's made? When have you ever seen a prop penalise and go, yeah, you know what, actually, I messed up. Yeah, decent call. Fair shot, ref. My bad. It was me.
The results will come. It might not happen in this scrum. The next scrum is definitely got the upper hand. We're going to have a steady scrum in the we're going to get it up before we turn to the break.
We got a water break. Why have we got a water break? I thought we were getting rid of water breaks. Why have we got a water break?
You need to be aware of the player.
Hey man, this is a waste of time. We had a decent game going. Why are we stopping? I hate a water break, hey. It really frustrates me.
And we celebrate with the 40,000 chopper that have turned up in Apple's first belt in round 14 of the Vodacom United Rugby Championship. Well, we know that the Stormers fans are there who heard them. Against the former Stormer.
Right, what do we say, people? What's our reaction for that opening stanza? 9 points to 3 is where the score is. The Bulls 3 points ahead at the moment. Lift my webcam a little bit. And yeah, I'd say Bulls very much in the driving seat so far. Definitely been the better side. And yeah, I think the Storm is under the cost a little bit. So at the moment, 77% win prediction for the Bulls. Obviously, that changes very quickly if the Stormers do score next. But if you go and look at some stats, we bring up some stats. We have a little stat attack. We can actually bring up some stats on the screen, actually. So there's some stats for you. 89% possession. I think that's the wrong way around. I think that's the Bulls in the yellow. Backwards there from... and it'll be a turnover ball. Yeah, it'll be a Bulls ball. Yeah, I think they've reversed those stats there. So, yeah, I'll try and sort that out. Yeah, our data feed's having a bit of a nightmare at the moment, so hopefully I'll sort that out pretty quickly. I would say you can see Jake's back. Clarence says Bulls will lose steam and Storms will take advantage. I'm not convinced. I mean, the altitude, in theory, you'd think that the Bulls should have the upper edge when it comes to the fitness. But, yeah, you never know. Never know. Right, another scrum. You have quite a few set pieces early on in the game. That's a bit of thunder in the background. Pretty well set scrum there, looks from the Bulls. And they're happy to keep it in and try to have a go here. Playing advantage. Zach Berger caught in the ball. And they'll go back for it. This should be another 3 points, by the way. This should be 12 points to 3. It's a big scrum coming from the Bulls. And the scrum battle's pretty even at the moment. Seems to be, I mean, it's 1-1 apiece now. So that should turn to quite a nice, exciting little side battle. Yeah, you can see Liverpool just crumbling there. Pretty easy decision to make. Sorry, Brock Harris rather. And Keith's saying, in the midst of load shedding, guys, hit the like button 100% and listen to good old Keith and hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe. We finally got past 23,300. Which we've been sort of teaching on the edge for a while. So nice to hit that little it's a mini landmark. You know, you got to celebrate the mini landmarks. And the next one's 23.5, trying to get 24, 25,000 is the next big landmark we want to try and hit. Chris Smith now is 2 from 2. Sorry, 3 from 3. He's going to make it 4 from 4. He is going to make it 4 from 4. The Bulls going to go to 12 points to 3 after 24 minutes. They've been in charge the entire game. And the Stormers, actually ominous signs to be honest, given the dominance so far in the early stages here, are going to need to try and step up their game because the Bulls are all over them. Bit of a shake of the head from Chris Smith, not sure why. He's started the game really well. Change of shorts here for Brock Harris. Bit of public indecency out there.
One opportunity. Move around the back, they didn't go too well for him.
Right, Moinibok with the restart, looking like he's going to shape down the left-hand side. It will go down the left-hand side. Should be Alwick Low underneath it. It is Alwick Low underneath it, well taken. Francis Sinatla as well as Dion Free trying to hit that ball. The ball does come loose, Hershey Yankees. Oh, it was almost a great pass, but he ends up going behind Tatum Robinson and Mine Liebach, and now it runs away from Liebach. Eventually does manage to pick it up. Sends a long pass out wide to Dan WC, steps inside, and forward, I think, is the call. They're going all the way back. I'm not sure for what. Not gonna actually. I think he loses it forward on the ground there. Alright, so Brock Harris under a lot of pressure at scrum time now, and if he doesn't manage to sort that out, this could be a long, long day at the office for him. And if you start getting that scrum right, then all of a sudden you can get a lot of ascendancy, and it is a Stormers scrum. So Brock Harris needs to set down an anchor here. Nedley Bashir up against Gerard Steenekamp. This is a scrum on the left-hand side for the Stormers. Very nice attacking set piece for them. Just outside 22, full right-hand side of the field to work with, but it's a big scrum once again coming from the Sharks. I mean, the Sharks, the Bulls. We are going to have a reset, and I think Hershey Yankees actually just needs to get this in and out. I think at the moment we can see that the Bulls have the upper hand here. And if they don't try and solve this quickly, we might actually maybe we'll see an early change. Right, 72% possession so far for the Bulls, as well as territory, so dominating both those key stats. But an opportunity now for the Storm. That's a match looking bit. It looks to come, and the DNWC take it very flat on the line there. Slow ball there for Hershey Yankees. Long pass out wide to Master Tennyson. If it is, he's over there. He's in. Well, cheapers. How's that for a try? Goodness me. Hershey Yankees take a bow. He's identified the space. He's thrown a long pass. Master Tennyson's looked ahead, and there's just nobody ahead of him. And they've gone over. How's that for against their run of play? We're going to check the pass here, potentially, but that could be a moment of magic here from Hershey Yankees. And where's the wing? How does he have so much space? That is dreadful defending, but goodness me, is that good game awareness. We're going to check the pass here. But as long as the pass is alright, this would be a brilliant try. I think that's actually alright. I think this pass is fine. Then you gotta check the other one.
I do disagree with going so far back.
So have a look at this pass. I think that's pretty flat. I think that's fine. Doesn't matter what where the actual pass ends up. It's all about direction of the ball out of the hands. In line, try stands. What a try that is. Hershey Yankees take a bow. Goodness me. A moment of magic from the scrum off. All of a sudden, the Stormers are within 4 with the conversion to come. Oh, let's have a bit of magic. Something out of nothing. And that's what Hershey Yankees used to be able to do. He used to be able to just create that magic every now and again. He had like the Midas touch at one stage where whatever he did just turned to gold. And we need to see more of that. I mean, that over there, you just see in the space. Marcus Tennyson must have made a big call. And just a bullet pass out wide. And Marcus Tennyson literally just ran straight over. Right, Marty Liebach. Puts his head down, looking pretty good. And it straightens it as well. Brilliant kick. And it's a 2-point game. 12 points to 10. Well, the Stormers, they are back. This dreadful defense must be said. Jake White will be absolutely seething in the coaching box. But it's good awareness of space and well executed from the Stormers. Yeah, here comes Joseph Dweber, by the way. So Scarron Tabini on the park is coming back from a long-term injury, so I wonder how that probably could have been pre-planned, to be fair. So Joseph Dweber onto the park, brings a lot of physicality with him. Deep kick there from the restart. David Creel going inside to Chris Smith, who's just fumbled it. He's got Spin Corsi next to him. Gives it away to David Creel. David Creel runs into Marcel Tennyson. The Bulls have made a bit of a hash of this. But they do keep maintaining possession, so that's the main thing. Zandberg popping into Johan Krobbelar. Now Zach Berger lifts it high in the air. Mine Lieber underneath it. No pressure on him when he takes it. Now Dane Blommeke's looking for a bit of space. Dane Blommeke sees a bit of a gap. Dane Blommeke straight to the gap. Eventually brought down by Jan Krobbelar. Slow ball here. And Zach Berger goes over. This will be a turnover ball for the Bulls. In fact, it is a turnover ball. Then he moves it forward. And it's a penalty for the Bulls for holding on. No, playing on the ground is the call. Right, so penalty up from the Bulls. Just as the Storm was starting to really go into the game. Yeah, and then still playing on the ball on the ground. There's Dave Blommeke's. That's where the penalty comes from. It's good line out there from the Bulls. Zapper giving a flat to Chris Smith. Smith flat to Carl Brink, running back on the angle. Really good carry there from Carl Brink. Now Zapper chipping it ahead. I'm not sure that was the right decision. Then he's marked it as a swing of Hartzenberg. Now restart there. Well, goes to Spoon Corsi. Looked pretty sharp so far when he's come on. It's interesting to see how he goes throughout the game. Interesting to see if he plays the full game as well. Berger going to Chris Smith. Chris Smith. Howard forced to Similani. Not too many options, and then puts in the kick in behind. It's bounced over Marnie Liebach. Still going there. Marnie Liebach will drop it down for a goal line dropout. Da, 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 da.
goes the captain of the Bulls, McKeon. Harris rolls away.
Zach Berger going to RTBC. Good offload to Christina Camp, running off his left hand shoulder. Zach Berger, slow ball. Mark van Staden, who's lost the ball. And it's gone forward as well. And third shade device. Front of Estes. And yeah, and that's it. The Bulls have been so good. That was, yeah, there wasn't much on.
Seven more minutes left in the first half. What's Trisha? What's the other two teams thinking now? Are they shutting down?
Another water break. Really? How can we be having another water break? This is so infuriating. I mean, kickoff was, what, almost 45 minutes ago? And we've played 33 minutes of rugby. We can't take an hour to play 40 minutes of rugby. It's so annoying. These games take you so long. It's the second water break you've had of this half. It's driving me up the bloody wall. Can the water breaks... Let's actually accelerate and play a bit of rugby here. Can't be having... I mean, 7 minutes till half time. Just push through, man.
Not too sure to keep the ball away in attack. Still have the alpha look about them.
I mean, really, I cannot believe we've seen another bloody water break. This is just... it's annoying. The game is starting to deteriorate a bit. We need to stop. We need to play a bit more. We need to keep some continuity going. And we can actually just get the game going a bit. So, we resume with another scrum. It's been a bit sloppy at times. The Bulls have been a bit of hit and miss. They've been very good and a couple of poor mistakes as well. But so this one over there, it's just not much on. Not much. Yeah, I didn't know what the plan was for any of these. But we will resume with the scrum. Joseph David's first scrum is coming on. He has replaced Garrett Benny, who made a return from a long-term injury. So yeah, I imagine you probably find that they were always still planning and playing him for maybe sort of half an hour. Gonna have another reset here. But yeah, please do smash like on the video, by the way, and trying to give a good poll to do. Maybe we'll do a halftime poll. If you've got anything that anything you want to discuss, we should vote on. Let me some know. I'd enjoy a good halftime poll. Yeah, Morning Stains 150th game today. Pretty cool occasion that. Got straight down there. How is that a penalty for the Stormers? It didn't look that the way on my side. Short bar, no, okay, that's why. Because Brock Harris went straight. I mean, he just buckled completely. Who was it when the Lions folded that? Which Lions prop was it? I think it was JP Smith. I'm trying to remember who he folded. Will the Bulls score a try? Yeah, we can do that. Marius Lowe, they don't find touch there, do the Stormers. And Albert Lowe barging over a couple of players. Chris Smith, dummying, getting past one, getting past two. Running into some Stormers traffic. And he's finding a new kicker while Sapberg is going to go to Jacques Duplessis. So tackle on him from the veteran Brock Harris. Now Zach Berger rolling it back. Zach Berger lifting it high in the air for Cornel Hendricks to chase. Caden Lommeke's underneath it. So it's Monty Liebach. Big hit coming on from Cornel Hendricks. And he throws the ball back to Monty Liebach. Good pick up off the ground from Dan Duplessis. Caden Lommeke spots a bit of space down that right hand side. If this rolls quickly, that is sensational. Sensational from Caden Lommeke. What a 50-22 that is from him. Good hands there. Dan Duplessis just picking off the ground. Caden Lommeke immediately spots that space down the right side. He hammers it down. It takes one bounce, straight into touch. Bang, 50-22. Thank you very much. What? And that's look what it means to him. Bit of change of momentum there. Ruben van Heerden. Saka's good apparently. So it's gone straight down. Ball is available. Joseph presents to Hershey Yankees. Hershey Yankees goes to Netley Bashir. Netley Bashir very stationary. Just sort of then eventually just takes a hit and goes down. Hershey Yankees. Joseph Davis first carry. Oh, he steps away from Gerastinakam. Makes a few meters. Good carry from the hooker early on. That's a nice big carry from Ruben van Heerden as well. Picking his battles. Going into Chris Smith. Inside ball from Monty Liebach to Porter. And it's been turned over, but illegally so. And now the Stormers are right in front of the poles, and this could very well be the Stormers going in front, because this is going to be very kickable. Monty Liebach's going to pop this over, I'm sure, and the Stormers are going to take a lead. Despite that early dominance from the Bulls, they've kind of fallen apart in the last sort of 15 to 20 minutes. All feeders, the callers against Mark of the start, and they've already signalled for the kick a goal. And Monty Liebach pops it over, as we do expect him to. The Stormers will be ahead for the first time this match. Taking his time as Monty Liebach. No rush for him.
80-point scorer in the URC.
18-point score in the URC. Adds another 3 to his name. And the Stormers, with 90 seconds left on the clock, take the lead for the first time in the match. I was going to say Paulus or the Bulls. I used to do that as well. Clement says Bulls will not score. Now in the second half, maybe. Stormers need to go for a 5-pointer. No, I think that was the right decision. Mentally now from the Bulls, you've just thrown away what was a pretty dominant lead at one stage. I think it was up to 9 points at a stage. But they've kind of faded away as the half has gone by. But it's a good restart. Brilliant restart. As Corner Hendricks has plucked it out the sky. But Hershey Yankees has turned it over brilliantly. Pops to Joseph Derry. Pops to Dan du Plessis. Dan du Plessis looked for a wide option, but there wasn't any, so he holds on to it. Really good work from the Stormers there to win the ball back after a fantastic kickoff from Corner Hendricks. Now Marcel Tennyson making a few meters. Now Hershey Yankees goes back to Monty Liebach. Monty Liebach's a bit of time. He lifts his high in the air. And Hartzenberg is after it. As this Victor Engelbert comes off David Creel, it is a knock-on advantage. Clayton Blomekes jumps on it. Goes to his left boot. Similani is backtracking. It's bounced over his head. Goes to his left to Chris Smith. Chris Smith looking for a couple of options. And he decides to go himself and is reeled in by Ruben van Heerden. And a bit of pressure here, but Morné Smith is there to help out. And Ruan Nokia, the relentless hard worker, also gets there. Now Jan Kobela puts his head down. That's over almost around his neck from Deon Farine. Needs to be careful. Last 10 seconds of the half. Can they make it count? Zach Berger goes high in the air. Now the Stormers going out wide there. Marcel Tennyson. The Hooter's gone. Monty Liebach says, thank you very much. We'll go into half-time with the lead. Right, half-time. And the Stormers leading 13 points to 12. I thought the Bulls started really well, but it just sort of faded away during the half. And the Stormers are capitalizing on a couple of opportunities. So they will have a lead at the half-time. We are going to put in a bowl. And we're going to say, oh, will the Bulls score a try? That's the one we're going to go. Will the Bulls score a try? 4 penalties are the way they've got their points so far. And we'll find out if they will score a try after the break. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. And we'll see you guys in a little bit.
17 to 12.
Hello everybody, and we are back. Welcome back to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And things at Loftus are interesting. They are very interesting because the Bulls, despite having all the possession, all the territory, and the early start, trail by a point at half time. 12 points, 13 in favour of the Stormers, the away side. In the North-South derby.
Dominance over the first 40 minutes.
Interesting enough, the win predictor still has the Bulls to win the game at 57%. But if they are to do that, they'll need to be much more accurate. And they just need to get back to the basics, really. They did a lot right in the early stages of that first half. You need to get back to that. They look pretty free-flowing. And if they can just get back to that sort of structure where it's raining, it's pouring over there in Loftus, that's going to make life interesting. Yeah, that'll actually probably suit the Bulls, to be honest. We did a poll at halftime to say, do we think that the Bulls will score a try? Literally just started raining, by the way, as the crowd try and find refuge. 65% people saying yes, they will score a try. 34% actually saying no, they won't. So, not too many people already backing them, are there?
Good chip. Started. More minutes. Bruce got the character, the skill. Turns off the slash. Straight up the middle.
That's a great take from Harold Forster. Goodness me. Tell you what, you'll be mistaken for thinking that he was a forward with that take. That's fantastic from the inside centre. So Bulls retaining possession off the kickoff. Right, now Zach Berger after a couple of phases is going to go to boot. Debok. Monkey's on his shoulder. There's two Love linking up, but he is reined in by Harold Forster. He's having a really good game today. Hershey Yankees goes to share nice hands in the tight end. Ball out to Willie Dingelbrecht. Spoon Corsi came up quickly, and Simon Hartmerg's got it on the wing. Inside ball to Andrew Bassi. Spoon Corsi manages to get back. And the ball drops down, and Carl Brinks actually... No, I think is that Carl? I think it's damn Carl. I think it looks like... Come on. That looks like a high tackle there. That is a high tackle. It will be a penalty for the Bulls.
Sliding up on the ribbon from here. Spot for alignment. All have to be bringing around. This is the way. Lots of confidence. Coming up around.
Yeah, not a great tackle there. So, penalty for the Bulls.
Subject to 1 minute 40 seconds.
Right, so you're going to go off here. He's going to replacement here. Porter goes off. Ben Jason Dixon onto the park. I was very impressed with Ben Jason Dixon the last time I watched him. I thought that, he got through a lot of work, actually. Short ball there from Foster to Marco Verstappen, who let's put the ball down. A little bit of Sevens skill being demonstrated there from Marco Verstappen. Not that he only ever played Sevens. Now, Spoon Corsi down the side there. Bringing in over to low. Throws it back inside. Goes to Zach Berger. And I think, I don't know if there's a ball in play. No, knock on is the call. That looked a bit better from the Bulls. The handling's been a bit better so far in this second half. Right, so another scrum to get things going early in the second half. Yeah, we're 3 minutes in. And, really put positive signs there from the Bulls. An early penalty and a nice little work down there. But a penalty for the Stormers at scrum time. The scrum battle's been very interesting. They're pretty even. Bulls have won a couple, Stormers have won a couple. Not too much separating the two teams. Right, Runo Kia is having a chat with Martin Investment. Ian says, I know you're not allowed to show the game. It's impossible at halftime show a highlight package. I know you need a license to show the game. Yeah, even the highlights package, unfortunately, we would need rights to be able to do that. I'd love to, but can't. Love to, but can't. Da, 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 da. It's a decent kick from the Bulls. So the Storms have a line out just past the 10-meter line. Good line up there. Good carry from Billy Engelbrecht. I tell you, I'm a big Billy Engelbrecht fan. Oh, it's a good lay pass there from Liebach. And he's throwing it back there to Ruan. Now Liebach sees a bit of space. He's putting the kick behind. It'll run into touch. Wasn't the worst option. Just not quite executed as accurately as you would have liked it, my Liebach. But nice line up. Good set piece. For all the rain, I don't think the conditions are that bad. Or else they're looking really good in the conditions. I mean, but we haven't seen too many knock-ons. A couple of scrums. Happened a couple of knock-ons. But nothing like we saw in the Sharks and Lions game. But Mornay Smith is making way. Yeah, and I think, he's really struggled at scrum time. So that's probably a good tactical decision there, because I think he was at risk of potentially being sent off. I can see quite a few penalties. Now the Moor's broken apart and Dion Paris come away with it. It is available for Hershey Yankees right up against the touchline. Jacques Duplessis staying down. Taking a while to get over. I think thought he was a bit bleeding, but now he seems to go right. Hershey Yankees goes to Miles Tennyson, but there was a knock-on. Yeah, I like that from Miles Van saying, let's go. We want to get this going. We want to see lots of quick resets here, quick set pieces, no sort of mucking about in between them. When you're all the scrum, okay, cool. There's a knock on. Let's set up. Let's scrum. Let's move on. Let's keep going. We can't have this, like 5-minute break every single time there's any sort of break and play. Good scrum there from the Bulls. Much better scrum. Oh, Hendricks left it behind. Elfforce going to have to clean up here. Under a lot of pressure from Marnie Liebach. Dion Free there, as always, to try and make a nuisance of himself. Ruan here. That's setting up a nice rack there for Zach Berger. That's a nice angle. Chris Smith is in the pocket, but this is going to be Zach Berger all in himself to find the clearance here and get the Bulls out of trouble. And does find touch. Decent touch finder there from Zach Berger as well. But Bulls under a little bit of pressure here. Good lineup from the Stormers. The set piece work quite well. Hershey Yankees to Marnie Liebach. Chip ahead from Payne Blomkey. So path is blocked. And David Creel sliding to get that ball, getting away from Ben Jason Dixon. Good work there from David Creel. But it's a big tackle coming in from, I think it's Marcel Tennyson. But he gets away to Jacques Duplessis. And a lot of pressure from Ruben van Heerden. Bulls On their 5 meter, the Stormers are relentless at the moment in their attack and defense. Keeping the Bulls in the awkward areas. There's good work here. Now Chris Smith has to dummy away from Hershey Yankees. And he just sort of chips it out into touch. Under serious pressure here. And you can see, Spurko is just saying, everybody just calm down a little bit. Like to see that. He's a senior player. As much as that obviously he's been struggling with some off-field issues, Spurko is a senior player. You can see him. They're going around there saying, just calm down. Keep it up. It's fine. Don't panic. And that's what you need. You need your players. I mean, this is a World Cup winner. It's out there. Now, Dan URC stayed down. It's not good news, especially considering that the Stormers did go with a 6-2 split. So this is the last type of person they'd like to see down. Junior Pocket Mela coming onto the park. 21. Can you do something, man? 21. And a D to lead. He replaces Vinny Engelbrecht. Decent outing for Vinny Engelbrecht. Good signing. Both these players are good signings. Go over the top. It's a bit of a messy line out there, but Hal Forster's knocked it on, I think. Off the knee, I think could be the call. It falls back the side of the Stormers. So double knock on will be a Stormers scrum. Very good position to have a scrum, to be fair. That's not the worst result by any means. Yeah, but a messy stage of play. Yeah, now this is a big opportunity for the Stormers. Big scrum, a penalty, for example. They can kick it over, get the scoreboard going for the second half. They can look to try and create a try off the back here. It's a very good attacking position. They've got most of the left-hand side to work with and a decent amount on the right-hand side, so they can go off both sides and go blind side. But first things first, they'll need a good scrum, a good platform here. And first scrum here for Kloppers. Good scrum there, good scrum there, very good scrum there, very good scrum there, very good scrum there. Well, I missed something, because I think that looked like Bulls put it. But I'm sure he signaled, yeah, there's a Bulls button. I apologize, but when he first gave it, he signaled, and I tell you what, Hershey Yankees almost burgled that and gone over himself. Another big scrum from the Stormers. Messi pass there to Chris Smith. Chris Smith, pretty low kick. Hammerson, that's actually not going to work out too bad. Okay, Blommick going to pick it up and he's going to go on the counter attack. It's a good tackle there, Mendy says Similani needed a good tackle and he did provide it. Hershey Yankees slow ball there to Ben Jason Dixon, who's pretty isolated. Brunel and Junior Pocamelo arriving though. Slow ball here for Hershey Yankees. Goes to Mine Liebach. It's a pretty poor pass. Mine Liebach intercepted and yeah, the Kromelar's kick to the head. Although a kick I think is very generous. Dan Duplessis now trying to clean up and it's a bit of a slip from Martin. He goes to Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg's on the outside of Jan Kromelar. Who's in front of him? Chris Smith. Good tackle. Inside ball to Marcel Tiersen. Will he go over for a second? Great tackle from David Creel. They managed to keep it in though. Hershey Yankees goes to Hartzenberg. Stormers on the brink here. They're within 2. Ball is out though. Ball is out. Yeah, Runok here read that perfectly. But then let go because he thought it was offside. Ruben van Heerden being pulled into that ruck now. Brock Harris going to pick up and drive here. Pick up a drive from Ruben van Heerden. They've got Neil Bashir and Joseph Dweber. Pick up and go from Dion Ferree. I'll tell you what, for me, I'm looking at a matchup between Joseph. Oh, he's gone short. They need to release so they can recycle it. They need to release so they can recycle it. The ball's not over. Is he over, though? Try time the Stormers. Well, there we go. Oh, he's clutching his elbow, I think. He's done himself a bit of a nasty in doing so. 13 career tries to his name. What a counter-attack this is. Bang. Straight to Hartson, good handling there. Gets on the outside. Good tackle here from Chris Smith. Pops the ball to Moss Tennyson. Great tackle here coming in from David Creel. Moss Tennyson does really well to stay in. Couple of phases. They remain patient. A couple of pick up and goes. And eventually Junior Pokamela says, thank you very much. I'll take my try. Right, my Enoch with the conversion. Storm is looking to make it 20 points to 12. This is not going well for the Bulls at all. That's another really good kick from Miley Box. Sails over the middle. And the Bulls, not looking good. Not looking good at all. Yeah, it's a good pick up and go there. A couple of, all came from that counter-attack though. Storm is electric with ball in hand. And this Bulls side, as Nizam Khan, that's horrible for him. Nizam Khan is being helped off the field. Doesn't look good for him at all. Just come on the park as well. Would have really enjoyed playing this game. Played many a North-South derby for the Stormers. Now playing for the Bulls. And a deep restart. They play Malomikis, gets a bit of a run. And falls back to Stormers' side. Pokamea giving it back to Hoshianki, who goes to Miley-Bok. Miley-Bok pumps it downfield. Fielded by David Creel. He's got Chris Smith on his right-hand side. What's Creel going to do? Looking to run it himself. Drifts a bit. Big tap coming from Joseph Dweber. And right in front of Dion Ferree. And Dion Ferree does what Dion Ferree does best. Chop tackle coming from Joseph Dweber. Dion Ferree shot over that ball, winning the penalty as well. The captain of the Stormers today putting in a proper shift. Yeah, as soon as Dion Ferree is in that position, that's a guaranteed penalty. Like, don't even bother. You just take the L. You take the L. You're not going to stop him in that position. You're not going to move him either. No way. Is Monty the Box going to have a shot at goal? Yeah, it's 58 meters, by the way, if he slots this. It is at altitude, so he's back in the altitude to do a lot of hard work here. But, hey, I suppose, back yourself. Back yourself. Might as well. This will be a pretty impressive effort if he does manage to get it. Alright, 58 meters out to extend the lead to 11 points. But he's giving it all. He's giving it all. Oh, I tell you what, it's not far away, eh? It's not far away. It's just snuck down the right. I think distance actually would have been okay. I would like to see the other angle to see if he did have enough on it. It's just snuck down the right-hand side. I think distance was alright. That's not a bad effort from Mine Liebach at all. And here he comes. 150 matches. Mornestein on to try and stage a Bulls comeback. And it looks like it's destined to go over. And then just the last of the second. Just going right. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think I would have gone over. Room for mark on as well. Money Libok. Tatum Lomiki stabbing, kicking behind. David Creel is there to run past him. And a lot of pressure as Creel. Big tap coming from Sibel Sinatla. Dandrew Bassi trying to make a menace of himself. But the Bulls support getting back to give him some help. And a lot of pressure here are the Bulls. Stormers doing everything right. And Bulls once again find themselves deep inside their own half. Just outside the 5 meter line there. Zach Burgers needs to find a good clearance here. He's not looking to find touch. Ken looking underneath it. Takes it well. Into a corner Hendricks who completes the tackle. A ball is available for Hershey Yankees. Hershey Yankees goes to netting for sheer. Hershey Yankees to Money Libok trying to step on the inside. Jacques Duplessis doesn't eventually get away from him. Now Annie for Mark. Onto the park as well. Hershey Yankees going to claim Blomikis. Getting away from Cinnamolani, but brought down by Harris Steenekamp. For energy advantage from Harris Steenekamp. That's very, very poor. This has been going now for the Bulls, and yeah, that could be another 3-point opportunity. Money box. Wow, Jeepers come straight off Albert Lowe and fall into the hands of Simon Hartzenberg. Hartzenberg's going. He turns just outside the 22. Turnover from Klobber. It was a knock-on advantage. And that's knocked down. Surely that's knock-on from Sen Atla. To Ruben Hedden. To ruin now. If they score, we're going to have to look back. How was that not a knock-on from Sinatla? I'm very confused with what's going on with the officiating here. Hershey Yankees goes to Libok. Sinatla, long pass out wide to Nitley Bashir. Oh, it's almost an intercept to David Creel, who does knock it on. I'm telling you right now, you go back and look, I'm pretty sure there's a knock-on for some Siabela Sinatla. I think there's a penalty here. That's why I was a bit confused why they didn't blow it, because as I thought there was a penalty advantage. Well, Marty Liebach is the one currently holding the ball. Looking to see if it's a deliberate knockdown. That's what we're looking at here. Interesting to see what the decision is going to be here. Just deliberate knockdown. So it will be a penalty at the very least. Okay, so here's a penalty for the Stormers. Miami looking for the corner here. They've got 2 tries. All of a sudden, the bonus point starts coming into play here. So okay, I said Jake White's a joke. This must be the worst Bulls team I've seen. I mean, definitely not. I mean, they still are very much on track to make it to the playoffs and stuff. But, yeah, fair enough. Why is Zach still on the field? The gym glass from Chris are blinding him. Right. WLK not impressed with what he's seeing, aren't you? Big more of this, and they are over. No, they're not. It's held up. Well, everyone is so busy looking at Joseph Dweber that the man with the ball is Dion Free, and I don't think he scored this. I think Marco Mustard might have just brought out a very, very impressive try-saving tackle here. What a try. I mean, look at this. It's held out. That's brilliant. Deep restart for the Bulls. Miley Nebog lifts us up in the air. We'll see Sinatla to chase. This thing has gone too far. And Mornay Stain will mark it. And he hammers that downfield. Mornay Stain. Goodness me. He literally just marked it, looked up, and he's pumped it down the field and won it 50-22. That must be... Oh, I need to add a yellow card on here, by the way. You got the yellow card. Did I miss it? Did David Cook get a yellow card? Seems harsh. That is brilliant. I mean, literally marks it. First thing he does is look up. He sees there's nobody back, and he's pumped it downfield. It's bounced just inside 22, rolled out, and all of a sudden the Bulls have got a scrum. I mean, a line out inside the 22. That is fantastic from the veteran. Markham starting coming off the line out. Tackle being made by Joseph Dweber. Now Ulrich Lowe trying to go over the advantage line. Bulls with the man down here on the doorstep. If they score next year, this game is very much alive. Jacques Duplessis, strong carry from him. Klopper now. Embrace to appear onto the park. Chris, when he's staying, going to have Forster going inside, outside, with his legs cut underneath him by Paul de Vet. And the ball's popped up the Stormer side. Long pass up from Paul de Vet towards Monty Liebach. Now Monty Liebach sees a bit of space, but he decides to go to the boot. Well, he was searching for that 22, and Staines gone back. Staines going to return the favour. And he will find touch on the 10 metre. Big chance gone big in there for the Bulls. And the Bulls fans looking a little bit worried there. Trying to work out what happens with this ball. The ball just pops up here. I think it's the better Sinatra. And the ball just pops up the top there. Paul de Vet says, thank you very much. And all of a sudden, the Stormers have got a line out on the 10 metre line in the Bulls' half. Please do smash like the video, by the way, if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. We've got quite a lot of new people in the chat today, which is quite cool to see. Ben Jason Dixon coming onto the park for Porter. So keep subscribing, by the way. Our big next one is 25,000 subscribers. First of all, we want to get 23,500 subscribers. So we went past 23,300 earlier. So we're going to keep pushing, which is good to see. The job. Stormers line out. Joseph Dweber. What is going on there, chaps? Yeah, complete miscommunication there. Joseph Dweber, yeah, he's not impressed at all. How do players play with gum in their mouth? I've never understood how it's possible. David Creel cooling off in the sin bin. Morstein goes to the boot, sends it up in the sky. Great take from Clayton Blomington. Goodness me. Paul de Vet now popping it short to Martins, but it was a knock on in fact. So it will be a Bulls scrum. So Bulls get a couple of opportunities here in the Stormers half. Got to try and convert this so they are staying in the game here. 18 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time to make something happen. But there are more than a convert try away. There come the medics. I think Stephen Lobicki is suffering with a bit of cramp. And this is where the Bulls really want to up the tempo here. They're playing up at altitude. They know that the Stormers might start breathing pretty heavily. And if they can really sort of start putting pedal to the metal and start outlasting them, then they might be able to mount a bit of a late comeback. I mean, it was like the Lions of the sort of 2016-17 sort of season. If they were within 8 points within the last 15 minutes, you were in trouble because that they had that last 15-minute push when you were sucking in the oxygen or the little oxygen in the areas in altitude. And the Lions just hammering away at you. That's where they really came into the business. And the Bulls did try to do a similar thing here. Stormers have been all over them in the second half. But the last couple of minutes, even since going down a man down, they've had a couple of opportunities now inside the Stormers' territory. And they need to make it count. If they score next, game on. Game on. 8 points is the margin. Not a lot in it. At all. Whoever scores next, I think, will feel that they've got the momentum. Very animated supporters over there. Things you love to see. Good to see. Now, Sasha Van Bergen Zulu is on the park. Who has he replaced is the question. Plays fullback, plays 12, plays 10. Can play anywhere. Where does he come and at? He'll get 18 minutes. Had a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, Clayton Malone keeps happening with cramp. So interesting to see if Fabian Gomezulu will go into full back, so Mangi will stay at fly half. Inside ball there to Harold Forster. And burst of Pierre pop into Jacques Duplessis. Ruben O'Keefe. Good leg drive from him. Burst of Pierre now to Marco Verstaden. It's been pretty relentless today. Marco Verstaden always looking for work. Pick up and go from Alred Low. Good work there as well. Support play there from Burst of Pierre. Pick up and go from him. Ruben O'Keefe as the Bulls get into the 22. Proper old school Bulls rugby. There's just a couple of hard physical carries. Burst of Pierre goes short once again to Ruben for Mark. Now Alred Low. Chop tackle there. Dion Fourie trying to make a use of himself. And Burst of Pierre. Dragged up by Ali for Mark. Driven outside the 22. Going into their 10th phase now, the Bulls. Big hit there on Jan Krobelov and Ben Jason Dixon. Once again, Ben Jason Dixon up against Jacques Duplessis this time. Marco van Staden. Making a meter or two. Ruin for Mark. Another good tackle from Ben Jason Dixon, who's working very hard in defence here. Now Geo Stennekamp getting a bit of a run in. 15 phases now for the Bulls. This is just relentless tiring work here. Not making too much progress. First Pierre goes to Marco Verstaden. Up against Dion Fourie. In fact, he's been driven outside the 22. Good defense from Dion Fourie and Joseph Weber. Burst Pierre now goes to Morris. Not too much on. Morris wants to go himself. Just short of the 22. Burst Pierre decides to go down the short side. Good angle being run by Alred Low. Off the back of the pass from Spirit Corsi. Spirit Corsi's over. Come on! Well, I'm not supporting the Bulls, but Spirit Corsi, my bad. My man. He's back and he's on the score. I mean, what an offer that is from Alred Low. That is sensational. That is brilliant from him. Bit of a juggle inside Dan Duplessis. And Sasha Painberg Gomezulu. Yeah, it's probably a bit unnecessary from him, to be honest. He goes for the big ankle tap even after Spoon Course has already put it down. Well, it's not been a good couple of months for Spoon Corsi. He dropped off the radar, battling a lot of mental health issues, and went through a lot of work trying to get himself back on the park, and he's back, and he's now caught a try. So it's the perfect return for the Springbok wing, who is going to desperately try and make his case to be included in that World Cup squad. A lot of work to do if he is to make it. Plenty of wings, and then Morné Steyn will inevitably add the extras and make it a 1-point game. It's going to go down to the wire. 14 minutes remaining. 19 points for the Bulls, 20 points for the Stormers. We are in for a photo finish, as they say. Who will come out on top? Let's run a poll, shall we? Who will win? Can the Stormers hang on? Let's do that one. Can the Stormers hang on? Yes or no? Go and vote in the poll. Go and get the voting. I want to say, oh, look at the hugs all around the supporters. The Bulls fans are chuffed. Smiling kids, a packed Loftus, a nail-biting game. What more could you ask for on a Saturday afternoon? I'll tell you what, some brandy. It's gonna come up later. Another great take. I'll tell you what, if Harold Forster decides he's had enough of being an inside centre, you go and double him as a lock of the way he's taking the ball out the air today. Pierre goes to Morné Steyn. Morné Steyn's going to pump this downfield. Remember, Bulls still playing with 14 men. Oh, and Sasha Painberg on Julia has just knocked it on. Not a good moment from him. He struggled a little bit when he played against the Lions. Who got injured in that tackle? Yeah, so I mean, Sash Fame Gomezulu smacking his ankles as he was going over, and he didn't look particularly happy afterwards. Trying to work out if he's actually stayed on or if he actually has got to go on. A bit unnecessary for Sash Fame Gomezulu. I don't like that. I understand the frustration, but yeah, I can't really be doing that. The corner Hendricks got straight through. Corner Hendricks, no spin course still on there, no issues. Bulls are through now. Harold Forster goes just to be with Mantanzima. Almost a bit of a gap there. Harold Forster stepping on the inside there. I want to see a Similani floating around. That's the type of person you want. Albert Lowe, look at the Bulls. Revitalize. As I said, this last 15 minutes, if you can up the tempo, you can try and run the Stormers team a little bit ragged. I'm going to end the poll there because it's getting exciting. 40 votes, and the question was, can the Stormers hang on? 62% people saying yes, but I wanted to see the Similani saying, let's see what I can do about that. Getting past a couple of players, then Bros to Pierre now firing it off to Jan Hendrik Wessels, the adopted son of Jake White. Not officially, but I'm pretty sure it's unofficially. And a penalty for the Stormers. And guess who? When in doubt, rely on Dion Free as a Stormers fan. Dion Free showed over that ball. He stayed down. He's won a very important penalty because the Bulls were looking awful money like they were going to score in that move. They had so much momentum, so much confidence. And Dion Free putting his head, boldly going where no man would like to go before and again. Now, David Creel getting ready to come back on, so we can remove that yellow card. Cheers, boys. Back to 15, but impressive for the Bulls to score with 14 men on the park. That's a good kick from Mike Liebach as well. Fine touch inside Bulls territory. And yeah, this is about game management here from the Stormers. First of all, they need to try and score some points, take some penalties. But yeah, more importantly, go and play in the Bulls' half. Bulls can't score points in their own half. So yeah, just go and play in their half. And you can do that. Then yeah, you should be able to see out the game. A lot of people were backing in to be able to see out the game. So yeah, let's see if they can do it. Good line up there. Paul the vet. Liebach goes high in the air there. Sinatla is chasing. It's just outside 22. It's a good kick. And it almost landed the Stormers side. Before we run with a mark side to jump on it. Another free kick there. Good take there from Morris Stain. He's hit by Sasha Fainberg Gomezulu, playing at fullback at the moment. Pierre goes back to David Creel. David Creel, it's sliced off the right-hand side of his boot. That could go out in the full, you know. That's a dreadful kick from David Creel. And you can see how upset he is. Has Dion Free gone off? Yeah, they put on Ernstman Rain. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have put taken Dion Free off. I don't care if he was, like, had his arm had fallen off, I'll keep him playing. What a game from him. Tell you what, could be man of the match quality of potential. I mean, that's just a Stormer. And as Albert was saying, big ass for the World Cup. I do think he will go to the World Cup. I think he has shown that he's, first of all, his versatility, his impact off the bench, he can be a very, very important player for us as the Springboks moving forward. Right, Ernst van Rijn onto the park. First thing he has to do is take a good line out. Now looking for a rolling more here, the Stormers. As we enter the last 10 minutes, can they get over the line here, the Stormers? Can that that resurge we saw for them end up with a victory? A very important victory. They were pretty much guarantee as just Drebber comes off the top. Jeepers, that's a big tackle from Marco Verstappen. I'm not sure how legal that was. It didn't look particularly good. I mean, as the camera angles cut to, we just saw most of Drebber's body being folded into different angles, which I don't think the human body is supposed to be doing. But Stormers on the front foot here. Paul de Beek going back to Moni Liebach for the drop goal. He's turned. I tell you what, Moni Liebach is just, he is saucy. He's the Aiden Markham of rugby at the moment. You got to call him sauce. That is a brilliant drop goal from Moni Liebach. Look at this from Aiden Markham. Imagine. Right behind. It's a snap drop goal as well. Under a lot of pressure and just bang. And it just holds on. Oh, literally off the post and inside. Brilliant. Just what you need. Under a lot of pressure. Bulls mounting a comeback, and you say, no, don't stress, don't stress. A record for the URC match in the Southern Hemisphere, by the way, attendance tonight, 41,205, and a knock-on from the Bulls off the kickoff. So it'll be a Stormer scrum as we enter the last 7 minutes. But yeah, record attendance, which is really good to see. Right, and yeah, I think the Bulls probably now could be out of it. Look, they're one try away, so it's bold call, but I think the Stormers have managed to weather the storm and almost flick a little bit of a switch here. But even pull it back to pass from Moynihan, goes to Famer and Gomazulu. He's going to hammer that as far downfield as possible. Spirit Course is going to field it. Not the best pass to David Creel. David Creel looking to run. Big tackle being made on him by Marcel Tennyson. He's worked really hard today. Now Ambrose Pierre going to ruin for Mark. And this is exactly the Stormers want the Bulls playing, inside their own half. Now Ambrose Pierre just bringing that back. He's going to make sure this is going to be contestable. This is pretty long actually. Corner Hendricks is after it, but there should be a free take from Moynihan, who gets away from Corner Hendricks, bringing in Sebes Nutless. Nutless got all the pace in the world, cutting inside, but Ambrose Pierre makes a good tackle. The ball comes loose, and Ruan Nokia is there to jump on it. Sally Sunday will probably would have won a penalty had there not been. Oh no, it's a penalty for offside for the Bulls. So in fact, they have an opportunity to kick their way into Stormers territory and have a last go. We're entering almost the last 5 minutes here. Sean Farrell, Zebra 34, Connect 45. The Bulls have the pressure now. That's interesting, and Zebra putting on a bit of a performance there to be that close. Good to see. Good to see. That's a great kick. That is an absolute pearl of a kick from Mornay State. Inside the 22 now, the Bulls. Back on the doorstep. Maybe don't count them out just yet. Don't count them out. Well, to be fair, I've put the markers on the Stormers now. It's a bit like when I said I can't open the beer until the Lions score, and then they decide to go and miss 3 penalties, butcher tries, and the entire works. But yeah, last 5 minutes remaining. First things first, Jan Hendrik Vessel's got to hit his line-out jumper. There's another ball on the field. It's all falling apart here at Loftus. All 41,205 people in the stadium. Or in the crowd, I suppose. There's more in the stadium when you include the coaches, etc. He goes to his captain, Ruan Nokia. It's a good take from him. The sack is fine, apparently, so no running more for the Bulls. Jan Vessels comes off it. Gives it short to Ruan for Mark. He makes a few meters. Jan Vessels straight down the middle, almost. A gap opening. He gets the offload away as well to Harold Forster. Ambrose appears straight to Elric Lowe. Sally Sunday there to complete the tackle. Vedel from Ambrose appear there. 5 minutes out there. Jacques Duplessis. Storm's got to defend yet. It's a big tackle by Ben Jason Dixon. Bruno Kerr pick up and go. Joe Sturber completing the tackle there. 8th phase now for the Bulls. 9th phase, I like. They're going very laterally here, the Bulls. Stormers' defense is holding up firm. 10 phases so far from the men in blue. And Andrew Vessels. Still good defense. 11th phase. It's Pio Mantanzima. Another good tackle there. Joe Sturber bringing a lot of hard work in there. He's holding his head though. Does seem to be alright. Malcolm Staden, pick up and go. The 2 props bringing him down. Big tackle on Tanzima. Good work there. 15 phases, by the way. This is relentless defense here from the Stormers. If they can stop a try here, this would be absolutely brilliant. Pick up a go from Ulrich Low. Gap closed and they're thrown back as well. "18 phases. Jeepers is good defense. It's absolutely relentless. And a penalty to the Stormers. That might be the most impressive defensive period I've ever seen. 20 phases. They didn't go forward an inch. An inch. And then won the penalty for holding on. That is absolutely superb. They deserve the win purely based on that. A minute and a half left on the clock. That is absolutely sensational from the Stormers. Goodness me. John Dobbs can be a very happy man. Very, very happy man. I tell you what, that is tournament winning type defense. Those kind of moments there where you draw a line in the sand and you say, we will not budge. We are not going away. You are not getting past us. Goodness me. And Bulls fans distraught, but you've got to commend that defense. That was very impressive. And it's been knocked on back to the Bulls. Or is it back to the Bulls? Double knock. Whose scrum is this now? I think it is a Storm. I think it's a Bulls feed, yeah. One last chance. One last chance. They've had 4 scrum penalties at the Bulls, but the penalty's not enough. They've got to score a try. This will probably be the last phase of the game. The last play of the game. The last roll of the dice for the Bulls. They've got a scrum. What can they do with it? The hoot is about to go. A reset here. Can the Stormers keep them out one last time, or can the Bulls snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? There goes the siren. Well, I'll tell you what, the 41,000 people there have been treated to an absolute spectacle. Credit to these two teams for really providing what has been a fantastic game. It's been really... It was billed to be the game of the weekend. It's lived up to expectations. It's been a fantastic occasion. The question is, who will win? Can the Bulls create something? Can the Stormers hold on? One more scrum and we'll know. Pretty unstable scrum. Pretty big push. Penalty to the Bulls. Penalty to the Bulls. Oh, the drama. The drama. And he's chipped into the corner, towards the corner there, Mornay, and they'll be about 50 minutes out. Well, they've managed to find the jumper. Big more. It's come up just short. Penalty advantage again. A free roll of the dice there. Burst Sapir goes to Sapir Mantanzima. Oh, that's a big tackle on him. Well, is there going to be a yellow card? Yeah. No yellow card, but this time they'll be even closer. They'll be in the corner now, will the Bulls. They've gone to the corner once again, as you expect. Nail-biting stuff. I'm glad I don't have any stakes in this game. I'm glad I'm just watching as a neutral, because if I was lying, I'd be sweating bullets here. Ninja Vessels. Oh, the ball's popped up. It does pop back to him, though. Stormers did contest. Ballsy. Ballsy to contest. Sampier Matanzima. Bro Sampier goes to ruin for Mark. He's carried a lot since coming on. Turnover. And Ruben van Heerden's kicked it out. What a victory that is for the Stormers. The Bulls can't believe it. But goodness me, what a match. What a match. What an occasion. People, thank you very much for joining me. Ruben van Heerden, the man kicking it out. I won't be doing that too often, I don't think. But what a game. Absolutely brilliant spectacle. The Bulls fans, it ends in heartbreak, but I think you got to just appreciate the effort there. Ian says, one good thing about the Bulls and the Stormers, it's always a good game, 100%. And Wade K would say, love how the stadium still play the same music since the 90s. Has Western Province ever beaten Northern Transvaal 5 times in a row? I could not answer you that. Moray Staines' 150th game ends in defeat. What a match that was. People, thank you very much. It's been a good day of rugby. There's a stadium, there's a pitch invader. Jeepers, that man is very large. And yeah, what more to say? We'll see you very soon, people. Big news coming this week in terms of a whole brand new schedule for Fair Sports, which will be announced tomorrow. Very excited to see a lot more content coming up on the channel this week. So keep your eye out for that. And yeah, please do subscribe on the way out. As I said, lots of new faces, which is really cool to see. So please do subscribe and make your mark. And hopefully we'll see you guys all next